This week's episode of the Living Outrageously podcast is proudly brought to you by the brand new Living Outrageously online store. To grab your samurai merchandise, go to livingoutrageously.com. Dudes, welcome to the Living Outrageously podcast. This is the show where we teach you how to stop living a boring life and start living outrageously. My name's Dave Thompson. That is Matt the freaking man Kelly, and this is the show for passionate, creative, and intelligent people who want to step up and make their dent in the universe. Matt the freaking Kelly. Impossible is an opinion. Dude, today, very exciting episode. The 5 things you absolutely must know before next dance floor.
Before you skipped a bit there, Dave, the 5 things you absolutely must know before choosing your next dance floor.
Man, how did our editors allow that one to sneak through? That is appalling for SEO.
Your next dance floor. And I think the big takeaway here is that really you could substitute the word dance floor with just about anything, or it could just be a dance floor. It could literally just be your next dance floor. Let's keep it a secret, okay? And let's talk about some shout-outs, Dave, because there's so many people rocking the Facebook right now.
Yes, Matt Kelly, go right ahead and deliver on the Facebook.
All right, there's quite a few of you, so I'm just going to smash through it. Wes, Pryor, Benjamin, Sue, Jerry, Jim, Trevor, Kylie, man, Simon, Sue, Stephanie, Sarah, Matt, man, Michael. There's so many, Liana, there's so many people here who are literally interacting with our Facebook all the time, living their outrageous lives. Man, that is freaking exciting.
I love it, Matt Kelly. I want to give a special shout out to Benjamin, who you mentioned. He goes by I've been talking to him on Skype during the week, and he's got a cool nickname, Matt Kelly, B-Rock. B-Rock. I like that.
B-Rock. There you go.
I like that. Anyway, all right. So today, let's get down to business, Matt Kelly. The 5 things you absolutely must know before choosing your next dance floor. Let's explain what we mean here.
Man.
We're talking. So last episode, okay, we talked about the changing of the seasons, and are you aware that the seasons are changing, and how to avoid the sucker punch, how to create and step into your own new environment.
That's right.
And so, all right, if you've gone, okay, I need to change with the season, and you're about to make that change, well, here's the episode for you, Matt Kelly. This is what 5 things you absolutely must know before stepping into your new environment. Today, we're calling that the dance floor.
The dance floor, your new environment, the dance floor. The dance floor, because the samurai doesn't walk into an environment. The samurai makes every environment the samurai's dance floor. Because the samurai walks
Indeed,
in.
he does.
The samurai doesn't care. The samurai doesn't care. The samurai walks in and it's like, this is it. Think about that line around you that just expands when you walk into a room and you make it your own. Man, that is the samurai's dance floor. Because when the samurai gets in there, the samurai just starts shuffling.
I love it, Matt Kelly. Can I just what is that, a hockey jersey you're wearing?
Oh, it is. Do you like this? The Phoenix Coyotes.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, Spencer will be happy about that one, won't he?
He will indeed. Very special. Shout out to Eric Spencer.
Or Jerry's over in Phoenix too, isn't he?
Jerry is indeed, yeah.
Well, there you go. I wonder if Jerry likes hockey. We'll have to...
There you go.
We'll have to get him to
let us
post
know on
up.
the Facebook, Jerry. Facebook.com/livingoutrageously.
Oh, that's the one. Matt Kelly. All right, let's make it rain. Today, we've got a couple of focuses, 2 focuses. One, we're going to share with you 3 outrageous places to work. Now, if you were to choose these as your dance floor, so if you're on the LOP, most LOP viewers are, they want to be an entrepreneur, all right? They want to start their own business, probably online. They want that passive income, or they just want to be freaking samurai. And if you're in a job, these are the characteristics to look out for. So today we're going to profile 3 companies and show you how they are promoting samurai environments. And then we're going to take from those three companies, we're going to distill down 5 principles, Matt Kelly. Can you still hear me, or did I just get cyber interfered by Sloth?
You did get cyber interfered by Sloth. The audio and video have downscaled themselves pretty severely, but you're okay for now, so we'll keep rolling with it. If the delay gets bigger, we'll see what we can do, but you know what? Like, I'm not going to succumb to the Sloth. Let's roll it.
All right, let's do this. So
before we do, can I say a quick one? We thought about talking about companies like Google and some of those big tech companies, and we've all heard about the perks, the benefits, all the things that those companies offer their employees, and while definitely valuable and certainly go and look at what they do and the environment they create for their employees, we know what they do, but we really thought we'd go into three sort of almost niche areas, Dave, like companies that you may not have heard of. Because this stuff is happening everywhere. There's this groundswell of companies who are creating environments where their employees can become epic, ridiculous samurai. And we just wanted to go, okay, so let's highlight some that you potentially haven't heard of. Some of them you will have. And I think one of them we've spoken more than once about on the podcast. Let's just highlight some of these awesome ones that are really trying to make life better. So let's do it.
Awesome. Very excited, Matt Kelly. Very excited because let's face it, if you're going to work a job, you want to be freaking samurai and you want to be having a fun time. So here's what to look for.
It's all about being able to be a samurai in whatever environment you put yourself in.
And a very special forward preview to the next episode, Matt Kelly, where we talk about that exact topic. Is it possible to be samurai in a sloth-ridden environment? But more on that later. Let's focus now on 3 companies and let's profile how they are providing super samurai environment. The first one, Matt Kelly, is Zappos.com. They started out as a retail shoe company. They sell shoes online. Now they've expanded into a whole heap of other areas. They do running, ski gear. They've got like a rider's brand, a running brand, all this stuff. Their message, Tony Hsieh, president.
Man, what a legend, by the way. Man, go and download Delivering Happiness, his book, Tony Hsieh's book. Awesome book, an awesome guy. Yeah.
Wicked book. So let's talk about some of the things. Let's talk about some of the things that they do at Zappos to make it such a samurai environment. Now, this is relevant. One, if you're looking for a job and you want to find a company that will boost up your samurai and help you to be more of a samurai, this is what to look for. At the same time, if you're an entrepreneur and you're about to start your own business, or you are starting your own business, or you've just started, this is what you can instill to make your business truly samurai and just make it phenomenal. So, first one, Matt Kelly. We're going to look at the surface, then we're going to go deeper. So the surface is they will pay you, I think it's last check, $2,000 to leave after you've done basic training.
Your first induction period. The minute you complete that, they will literally, well, maybe not literally, but they will sign a check and go to hand it to you. And if you take it, it's okay. They're quite happy for you to take that check and leave. Man, because what that represents is, our cultures are clearly misaligned. You're here for that quick dollar, and that's okay. We all work to, part of the working experience is to go and make money. That's fine. But the Zappos environment is, well, actually, we want you to be here because you care about us, you care about the product, you care about all the other things, and then if the $2,000 is enough to tempt you to go, right, then that's okay. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just this massive, let's get people who are passionate and care working for us.
Absolutely. And it comes down to one word, values. The values match. If they do, you tear up the check, you stay. If the values don't match, then you leave.
Yeah.
So critical. So critical. Samurai environment, principle number 1, look for companies that have the same values as you.
Yeah.
All right, Matt Kelly. Now, how about this one? So, Zappos, all right, if you've ever been to a Tony Robbins event, you will know that he might start at 8 o'clock in the morning. You walk in at 8:05, and the whole place, I'm talking 1,000, 4,000, if you're in the States, 12, 14,000 people.
Yeah.
At 8 a.m., sometimes on a Sunday morning, the whole place will just be going ballistic, man, just jumping and mosh pit and just full on energy.
Yeah.
That's what they do at Zappos, man.
Every day.
every day they build up the energy. They don't sit, man, when you're sitting in a cubicle, how easy is it to be sloth? Is it easy or what?
Oh man, it's that environment where if you're sitting still, doing the same thing day in, day out, you've got to give, as a samurai, you've got to empower yourself. You've got to give yourself things to help you, like, basically, like, just destroy and yeah, attack. There you go.
You got to build up the energy, Matt Kelly. You got to build up the energy. And at Zappos, that's what they do. That's what they do. So, and you know what?
Every day, I love that. Every day.
And multiple times per day, man.
It's so cool. It is so good.
Man, when I was working in a corporate job and I used to go to the bathroom and like do star jumps and high knees and push-ups to stop me from falling asleep, and everyone thought I was like the weirdest dude out. Man, I was onto something. They were the ones being weird because they were getting sloth. That was my... Oh, man, amazing. I was in good company and I didn't even know it. Anyway, so that's, let's put that under the category. Samurai characteristic, environment. Point number 2 is have fun. Yeah. Like, it's an amazing place. Another way that they do that, they really emphasize the individual. Okay? Yes. They really emphasize in the individual and what success means to you. So some of the ways that they allow that to come out is they basically let you decorate your cubicle however you wish. So when you take the tour of Zappos, and I haven't actually been there in person, I've seen much coverage of it, but Matt Kelly, that is something to do. That is on the list for sure.
It's on the list. It's been on this for a long time. It's definitely on the list.
I want to go party with Zappos. Anyway, they decorate their cubes just brilliantly. There's like little foxtail palm trees and like all sorts of decorations, and it's a really home and friendly place, right? Another way, so you go through your training at the start when you walk in, and then just before they let you loose, they take you into this little training room and they sit you down in what appears to be a throne. Okay?
Yeah, this is pretty cool, yeah.
And you sit in the throne, and it's like all like grand behind you, and you feel a little bit special, and you're just like, oh, yes. And then they take a photo of you in the throne. So the message there is, you are the king or queen of your life, and we value that. Okay? When was the last time that you went, man, I've had a lot of shit.
Think about walking into any business environment, any business. I'm talking about as a customer walking into a shop and having them, even as a customer, having them think of you like that. As like, you are... Like, you are, like, the king or queen of your own life. You are, like, powerful. You control what you do. You are... And, like, as an employee, you represent us. Like, that is massive. And to give that recognition from the word go demonstrates so much about what their values really are. They've identified straight off the bat that it's important to their employees that they're respected and that they're empowered to make their own decisions. And to do that in induction, that is... awesome. That is so good.
Not particularly common in many other organizations, is it?
No, very few where you're appreciated to that point where it's like, you know what, we understand that. Like, we really understand it. And we understand it at the point when we're demonstrating it. That is cool.
It is very cool, Matt Kelly. Very cool. All right, let's move on to a second company, lesser well-known. We've talked about it sometimes on the podcast because it's a prime example of where samurai culture is just filtered through this company, and it's clear as day, and they are killing it, like literally making it rain in their industry. And the company is called Mind Valley.
Mind Valley, a little bit more like a little bit more quiet, not quite as on the front line as companies like Zappos that are getting ridiculous press, ridiculous publicity. But man, a company that are crushing it. They are totally crushing it in their niche of that online publishing market. And we've both looked into them in quite a lot of depth because they're doing cool stuff.
They are, Matt Kelly. They're in the personal growth space, so they do like spirituality and content similar to the LOP, quantum physics. All sort of stuffs that will really... I think I just said stuffs.
Stuffs. Yeah, it's stuff. Multiple stuff.
Multiple stuffs that will improve your life. So they're doing good work. Now, some of the things that they have, okay, every Tuesday they have this thing called the Hour of Power. It starts at 2 o'clock, and they all gather in the Hall of Awesomeness.
Yep. Appropriately
Okay.
named. Yep.
For the first half hour of that particular day, of that particular meeting, they review all the amazing achievements and great things, great stuffs that have happened in the previous week. Okay? And then they're great. They showcase them and they're grateful for them.
Yeah.
In the second half of the hour, they go through all the great and amazing things and stuffs that are about to happen in the future week.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what this highlights is that here is a company that measures progress. Right? How many times? I don't know about your past, Matt Kelly, but in my history, when you'd work for a company and they'd take you in for a performance appraisal, like you'd get your performance appraisal and it'd happen at the end of the financial year, and then you wouldn't hear anything, no feedback on your performance. Very next thing you know, it's another 12 months, and then they have another performance appraisal, and the feedback is so shallow.
You know what I learned, Dave? I learned
crazy shit.
I can tell you, like, I go back to university, right, where I studied business, I studied management, marketing, a few of those topics, and we studied a bit of HR, and it was almost like that model was almost taught to us. Almost to an extent, it was like it was basically like, this is what you do annually. You do this, and that results in this, and as a result of that, this happens, and it's like repeat. Oh, another year's passed, repeat. Another year's passed, repeat. But there's very little going on in terms of actually tracking not only what an individual is doing on a professional level, a day-to-day, but on a personal level to meet their own goals. Man.
Matt Kelly, you know what it's like? What you just said is, well, one, you're wide open for a sloth sucker punch.
There you go.
And two, it's like checking in with your health once a year. It's like, am I alive? Yes. Okay. Let's wait 12 months. Okay, am I alive now? Yes. And then, you know what? One day you're going to get sucker punched and wake up dead.
Or not wake up.
Or not wake up. Wake up dead. How's that? Man, if we were on Twitter, that would be a tweetable.
That is a tweetable. If you were on Twitter, go and tweet that. One day you will wake up dead. Quote David Thompson, the LOP.
Yes, lovely. The point we're making here with the Hour of Power in the Awesomeness Hall is that they measure progress.
Yeah.
Okay, so important. You know another way that they measure progress, Matt Kelly? This is really cool, man. This is so cool. You ever played a video game?
I have indeed. I've played many a video game in my time.
Okay, so you were a big fan of Commander Keen, weren't you?
Oh, man.
Back in the day?
You've hit a soft spot there. When I was like, oh, damn. If you are an LOP viewer and you remember Commander Keen, it is your humble responsibility to come onto our Facebook page at facebook.com/livingoutrangeously and tell me about it. Because I remember being like, I can't remember how old I was, but man, Commander Keen 4 with the pogo stick and the smashing through the levels, and you do TAB, the little cheat, TAB, and you get like 99 of everything. Man, that was cool. I used to have to enter it through DOS, like, oh man. Talk about soft spot. That's like eating dirt. That's one of those stories. I miss those days. I'm gonna go and download it today. I hope they make a Mac version. That seems to happen today. That is awesome. There should be an app for that.
Okay, so this has worked out brilliantly. Okay, my point.
Yes.
You've basically made my point.
Okay.
So my point was that, okay, for those that have played computer games, they always go on a quest, and Matt Kelly was pretty clear about what the quest was just then. All right, and there's always a high score. Is that correct, Matt Kelly?
Oh, is there ever? Damn. Yes, there's a high score.
And can I just ask the viewers, are you noticing a fair amount of excitement in Matt Kelly right now? Are you noticing the intensity of the emotion? How motivated do you think he is right now? If Matt Kelly was unleashed...
On a scale of 1 to 47, I'm about 46.5.
Right. And the only thing that would make you more motivated was if Commander Keen was actually in front of you.
Actually in front of me right now, that would be the 0.5. No,
So
I can talk. Yeah, so we've got to swing this back. We've got to swing this back because right now all I can think about is Commander Keen like side scrolling, pogo sticking over the slugs, and like shooting his little pistol and the green thing going like that's all I can think about right now. So you have tie it back, high score. Let's do it.
All right, Matt Kelly, I'm gonna really ask you to try and just hold the lid on Commander Keen for just a second while I make this point. And the point is that at Mind Valley, they send their employees on quests. Each employee has a high score for their particular work, and every week that employee is sent on the quest. They're aiming for the high score. As a result, the employee is super motivated. Matt Kelly, Exhibit A.
Man, it's hard when you complete a task that you've been like it's challenged you, it's been difficult, and you get that score. The only thing that you can do is go back and beat it. Like it's always about beating the score. So guess what? Apply that same logic, that same competitive environment where you're competing against yourself, and man, like forget about competing against yourself or competing against others. You're a samurai. Like the samurai high score is epic. It is always epic. The samurai doesn't get crappy high scores. The samurai gets ridiculous high scores. So when you're trying to beat your own score, or when you're trying to achieve a targeted high score that someone else has set, and you're like, damn, I need the samurai to come in, like to take shape and beat that. That is so powerful to get you motivated and excited and just destroying like constantly. Damn, I love the high score thing. That's so good.
Man, you would probably be Mind Valley's most productive employee if you worked for them.
Oh, the high score. It's all about the high score.
It is all about the high score. So there's a great case in point. If you're looking for a job, go in and ask them, what high score is my target? And don't settle for some bullshit answer, oh, your KPIs will be this, this, and this. Go deep. Go deep. Say week to week, what am I aiming for? And if they don't have an answer for you, well, chances are it's not a samurai company.
Yeah, I can tell you, man. My dad told me a story quite a long time ago when he worked in financial services, and he had a monetary target that he had to reach, and it was something like totally like insanely high, really achievable, but like no one had ever done it before. And he literally like did that whole, okay, so that's what I've got to make next, like, you know, this time next year, chunk it down, chunk it down, chunk it down. In the next hour, I have to make this much. So what am I going to do tomorrow to make up the amount that I've just, like the amount that I haven't made right now? Like, man, how like mental game. That's insane. Being able to do that and set that target for yourself, that becomes your daily high score. And if you don't reach it, how much better does your high score have to get tomorrow? You can set anyone can set targets. That is so freaking cool.
It's awesome because well, now you know what to do. If you're going for a job interview, you go straight in there and you just say, "What's my high score? How are you tracking me?"
And I guarantee you, yeah.
Here's an answer, Matt Kelly. If they don't have an answer for you, you're probably going to be walking into a job where you sit down and you go, what am I going to do today? 30 seconds later, you're on Facebook. 45 seconds later, you're on Twitter. And then you spend the next 3 hours in email. Then it's lunchtime. What a great day! Yeah! Sign me up for that company.
It's funny how, like, I actually want to hear a story from an LOP viewer who, as a result of watching this episode, walks in and asks what their high score is. The first question, you know, at the end of the interview, you know how they always say, do you have any questions for me? I want an LOP viewer to go, yes, what is my high score? And I want you to tell us that story. Because that would be awesome. Oh, that is, like, it's a great question to ask. And you know what? You can spin it and argue that the reason why you're asking that is because tell this story. It's the LOP movement, okay? It's the story of the samurai. It's the samurai code. Like, if I don't have a high score, I don't know what I'm fighting to beat each day. And use that as an analogy for success for the company. Man, companies will bow down to you when you say that. They will bow down because they'll be like, man, this person, regardless of what level, has got like ridiculously high standards for themselves because they want to beat it every day. That is so good, and companies will love that.
I love that, Matt Kelly. Me, myself, I'm so motivated by numbers, man. So motivated by numbers. Like, when I'm training, like, if I lift 100 kilos the next day, I want to lift more. The day after that, I want to lift more. If I go for a run and I run, like, 22 minutes and 40 seconds, the next day, I want to run under 22 minutes and 40 seconds. Awesome. So that's a big one. Measure progress by numbers. Same thing applies if you're an entrepreneur, if you're starting your own business. Put these measures in for people and tell them, hey, it's a high score. Yeah. It's a high score.
Yeah.
Go for your high score. All right. I think we've covered just about all of them, Matt Kelly, but we're going to talk about one final company, a third company in the ski industry, in the hospitality tourism industry. It's a small mountain about 4 hours southwest of Calgary in BC, in British Columbia, Canada. It's called Panorama Mountain Village. Okay, it's an intra-west company. I happened to work there many, many years ago. I went there on the ski fields on one of those working holidays where all the Aussies come over to Canada, take the jobs in the ski fields. Yeah. Awesome time. Anyway, a couple of key points, okay? Their HR department is not called HR. It's called the Employee Experience Department. What do you think their focus is on there?
Wow. Hang on. You've got a company focused on tourism and giving their customers a good time, and then they name their HR department, the department that probably isn't even customer facing. Man, the words experience in there, that is amazing. Because what that means is they care about the customer, they care about their employee. Their employee becomes, man, your experience is crucial to the success of this company. Because if our employees love what they do, they're passionate about it, they're motivated by it, how good is their performance going to be?
Absolutely. And the point that I want to make, the special point that I want to make about Panorama is, all right, sure, they look after employees brilliantly, okay? They'd always have parties for us.
Yeah.
Like twice a week. Twice a fortnight.
Twice a week.
We wish. There'd be parties. Like at the Christmas party, they had smoked salmon, man. Ooh. How many times have you been in a job on minimum wage and you go to the Christmas party and there's smoked salmon? Like, that's pretty cool. The point that I want to highlight, okay, is that they would surprise us. Okay? So we would walk down to work one day and we didn't even know. And there is 3 lift tickets for us to give out to family and friends. Just a surprise. Here, thank you. We appreciate your work.
Yeah.
But you haven't even done anything, but thank you anyway. So surprises. That's a big one. That's a big one. Matt Kelly, do you like surprises?
Dave Thompson, are you going to surprise me right now with something? I get the feeling you're going to surprise me with something.
I'm just merely asking you a question.
I do enjoy surprises.
Matt Kelly, that's bullshit.
Surprise me with your insights.
Okay, I will. Matt Kelly, I'm going to say no. You only like surprises you want. Everything else you call a problem.
Ooh, interesting. Interesting. So at that point,
anyway.
What you're really saying is, hold on, let me decode this. So surprises are something that I want. Surprises are almost like as your employer, I know you well enough that I know you're gonna love this. It's not like, well, everyone does this, so I'm gonna give it to you anyway. That's not a surprise because you expect it. It's like it's not something special. It's like, I know you as our employee. I know you well enough. I care about you enough that I'm willing to give you something that is actually meaningful and matters to you. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Cool.
Pretty impressive.
So, Matt Kelly, that's a wrap on... Excuse me, that was a little surprise. That is a wrap on the 3 companies that we just wanted to highlight and distill a few key principles. And really, there's 5 things that you absolutely must know before choosing your dance floor, whether that's a job or in your own company. And those things are... You absolutely must look for strong values and a values match. Right? Absolutely. Okay. One that we didn't cover here, Matt Kelly, that we'll go through the first 4 because we've covered the first 4 and then we missed the last one. So we'll do that in a second. So strong values, having an awesome fun time, surprises, and measuring progress through numbers. So there's 4.
Yep.
Okay. The fifth one was a big vision.
Vision.
A big vision. So let's look at Mind Valley. Their vision is to spread, here it is, exactly, word for word, to spread enlightened ideas to 500 million people by 2050.
Wow. Wow, because you know what? That's a goal I want to contribute to. It is a huge challenge. And guess what? The people who take that and are like inspired by it and motivated by it are the ones who are actually going to do something about it. They're the samurai.
I love it. I love it. Everyone wants to be part of something huge, Matt Kelly. You want to be able to say, even if you're just a little minnow in the works, just like shuffling the mail or providing the coffee, photocopying, whatever, you want to know that your effort is contributing to something big. At Mind Valley, that's definitely happening.
Yeah, that's powerful. I love that.
So the takeaway is when you go to look for a job, does the company have a big mission that you want to be part of? That's the key. Plenty of companies have a vision, but most of the visions are like on the wall, behind the door, or shoved in the cupboard and reviewed once every 3 years because the HR department says, oh, we should review our vision. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Do they live and breathe their vision? Do they live and breathe it? That's what it's all about.
Man, great episode, dude. Great. And guess what? So here you go, Dave. Here's one for you. So just say you've sat here and you've been like, right, Matt and Dave, that's interesting. I've been doing a job for 30 years and I've never experienced any of that. That's fine. That's cool. That's cool. That's almost to be expected, right? So guess what? Next week, holy damn, because this isn't about like necessarily finding an alignment. It's about creating it. Is that a fair statement, Dave? It's about building it. It's not about going out and seeking it. It's about creating it, making something awesome.
Absolutely. And the question that we're going to address in the next episode, very excited, Matt Kelly, is it possible to be samurai in an environment that is full of sloth?
There you go.
Have to tune in next week for those Matt Kelly pearls of wisdom.
There you go. And people, before we leave you, I've got to say, the Living Outrageously store, I am so happy.
Yes.
We said it last week. Samurai literally like wandering around in their official samurai uniform. You can go to the LOP store by going to livingoutrageously.com and then clicking on the store button at the top left or the big banner on the bottom right. Then go there and buy yourself the samurai uniform and then take a photo of yourself doing something outrageous in it and Facebook it to us or email it to us or whatever your choice of communications is. We don't even care. Just hit us up because that is so cool. It is so cool. It is powerful. We wear those shirts almost every day, Dave. Almost every day.
Oh, man.
It is basically a requirement of living, and we do it almost every day.
I totally agree, Matt Kelly. I totally agree. And I would like to personally send a cable of appreciation to each and every samurai member who gets in samurai uniform because, yes, respect.
Yeah. Serious respect. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It is awesome.
Serious respect. Okay, Matt Kelly.
Let's do it.
Not much more to say. Go check out the store. It's on the website, livingoutrageously.com. And remember, if you want a boring life, go sit in a cubicle. My name's Dave Thompson. That's Matt the freaking man Kelly. And we will catch you on the other side.
Peace out, everyone.